As I stated earlier, it has been a day of explosive affidavits, and the 4 dissenting IEBC commissioners have also filed their separate responses to Raila Odinga and Martha Wangari Karua's presidential petition before the Supreme Court. The 4 say that the conduct of the commission's chair, Wafula Chebukati, through the entire electoral process was quote-unquote whimsical and intended to invalidate the presidential election by rendering the final results cloudy and in effect overthrow the Constitution. Here now is Brian Obuya.
On the final day for parties to submit their responses to the 9 petitions tabled at the Supreme Court, the 7 commissioners, in an unprecedented move, filed separate but damning responses at the Apex Court. While Chebukati, Gulie and Molu agree with the Commission's final position, the dissatisfaction of Vice Chair Juliana Cherera, Commissioners Francis Wandairi, Irene Masit and Justus Nyang'aya has followed through to the Supreme Court. The 4 dissenting commissioners essentially disagreeing with Chebukati's final results. Cherera, in the 104-page document, has laid bare how the IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati allegedly operated in an opaque environment, which she claims effectively subverted the Constitution and the election laws in the tallying and verification of the presidential election results. Cherera says that the actions preceding the declaration of the presidential election results were a continuation of what she says was Chebukati's lack of transparency and contempt for fellow commissioners. She says in part, by his actions and conduct, therefore, the chairperson mistakenly turned the commission into a one-person show and in the process effectively subverted the Constitution and the election laws. Cherera listed 6 ways in which Chebukati, according to her, acted in defiance of normal procedure at the commission. She begins by saying that Chebukati unilaterally transferred returning officers without consulting other commissioners as should be. The educationist has told the bench that on the day the presidential polls were set to be announced, she received a communique at around 11 a.m. from IEBC's corporate affairs manager Tabitha Mutemi to have the various presidential candidates prepare for the official declaration of results at 3 p.m. As Chebukati's deputy, Cherera says she complied to the order and informed the chairman of the same. After this, she tells the Mother Come-led bench that Chebukati, through an IEBC WhatsApp group, informed the commissioners to meet him in one of the boardrooms at the Bomas of Kenya and issued them with a document containing the final results, which Chebukati claimed to have tallied. Cherera says that the chairperson did not indicate how the errors and concerns raised by presidential candidates and political parties were dealt with. That despite their concerns to tally and verify the document, Chebukati insisted on announcing the results. It was here that the 4 would leave the premises, call for a press briefing at Serena Hotel, disowning the results. Further, the vice chairperson says that Wafula Chebukati did not consult them while making comments on the arrest of the 3 Venezuelans in the long-running public spat with security agencies, ostensibly on behalf of the commission. In the affidavit, the vice chair accuses Chebukati of running a one-man show that shrouded the polls in deep mystery. Cherera has told the Supreme Court that on July 21, 2022, she was in Greece together with Commissioner Francis Wandairi to inspect ballot printing when they discovered that Chebukati had secretly instructed the firm to print 2 sets of Form 34A used to record results at the polling station. The affidavit further states that on August 13th, Mr. Chebukati ordered all returning and presiding officers to first report to him with the physical forms 34A and 34B before taking any other action without an explanation why. On her part, Commissioner Irene Masit has told the court that the events leading to the postponement of elections in specific parts of the country was avoidable, only that Chebukati failed to facilitate contract implementation team to verify the printed ballot papers. Masit says it is only after the delivery of the ballot papers that the commission realized the errors in the ballot papers for certain gubernatorial, parliamentary and county assembly seats. Masit has told the Supreme Court that Wanyonyi Wafula Chebukati blatantly arrogated to himself the full mandate of the Commission of verifying the election. Masit has accused the chairman of pre-planning to have a sham election. Masit says in her affidavit that the conduct of the chairman through the entire electoral process was whimsical and solely intended to invalidate the presidential election by rendering the said results cloudy and in effect overthrow the Constitution. She says there was an unexplained and suspicious stoppage of display of running results at the National Tallying Center, the Bomas of Kenya, on 13th August at about 3 p.m. She says the chairperson of the commission, despite demands by agents and the media at the Tallying Center, thereafter never resumed the public display of results, and the commissioners of the IEBC and the general public had no way or means of auditing what was happening at the National Tallying Center. And then there was the affidavit of Commissioner Justus Nyang'aya. The head of ICT team at the commission says that a foreigner and 3 IEBC staff deleted some presidential results and uploaded others into the server. Nyang'aya says that despite being in charge of ICT, he was instructed to handle only protocol issues. In his affidavit, Nyang'aya lists a foreigner by the name Gudinho Omor as one of those who pulled down results that were uploaded from polling stations and uploaded new ones. He says Omor was active in the server from June 1st and remained active in the server even after elections and especially at night, adding that no rights have ever been given to a person by that name. Nyang'aya has told the court that 370 people accessed the server during the election period and their details are yet to be availed to him and fellow IEBC commissioners. Brian Obuya, NTV.